Hello, and welcome to this guided self-healing practice. This guided self-healing practice is an exploration of Maya Abdominal Massage with the intention for emotional release and healing of inner wounds and trauma by connecting to the physical body, the mental body, and the emotional body through a body, mind, heart connection practice. I will lead you through this practice step by step, similar to how you would follow in a yoga class or following along with a guided meditation. Before we actually get into the practice, I will demonstrate the techniques for you. So that way, once you're actually lying down on your back and performing this massage technique on yourself, you'll know what it looks like and you'll kind of know what you're doing already. If you haven't yet seen my informational video, go watch the video previous to this one titled Maya Abdominal Massage, and it's an informational video. In that video, I covered just the very basics of what Maya Abdominal Massage is, a very brief history, and we talk a little bit about the physical benefits and reasons why people seek out Maya Abdominal Massage therapy. Now, this video is not focused on the physical benefits, although you may still experience some of those physical benefits. In that informational video, I also discuss a little bit about the mental and emotional aspects of doing this massage practice. I also go over the contraindications for this massage practice. So in that informational video, I talk about when this is safe and when it is not safe. I really recommend going and watching that video before doing this practice. However, if you're not wanting to take the time to do that at this exact moment, that's okay. I'll briefly go over the contraindications so that you can make your own decision on if this practice is right for you in this moment or not. If you are currently pregnant, this massage practice is not recommended. Instead, do a guided meditation where you warm your hands, place them over your womb, and offer your loving presence. If you are actively trying to conceive, avoid doing this massage practice after ovulation and until you know 100% sure that you're not pregnant. This massage practice can be really beneficial when you are trying to increase your fertility. So it's a great practice to do from your period until ovulation. But once you've ovulated, avoid doing this practice. And just like if you're pregnant, just warm your hands, place them over your womb, and offer your loving presence. If you currently have an infection, avoid doing this practice until your infection clears. If you have an IUD, you want to avoid doing this practice at least until you do your own research and talk to your medical health provider to make sure that this practice is safe for you. And with any health practice, if you have any medical conditions where you are unsure if this practice is safe and okay for you to do your own research and seek advice from a medical professional. I am not trained in Maya Abdominal Massage therapy. This video and this practice is really more so a guided meditation and body, mind, heart connection practice, again, with the intention for emotional release, emotional healing, and healing our inner wounds and trauma. Nothing that I say or do in this video is meant to be medical advice, and as always, use your intuition and use your common sense in deciding what is right for you. When it comes time to beginning the practice, I'll have you lie down onto your back. And so that you feel confident and comfortable doing these techniques, I will demonstrate these techniques with you before we go into the practice. However, the whole practice will be recorded. So if at any time you need to glance over at your screen because you're unsure of what you're doing, you can always look over at any time and you'll see what it is that I'm doing. This is a practice that, if it serves you, you can come back to it as often as you need to. And as time goes on, I'm sure you will find that you will tweak this practice and make it your own. And I really encourage you to do that, especially since the origins of this practice came from midwives who received the techniques and received instruction from their dreams and their intuition. And so each midwife had their own way of doing it, and that's why this practice can really be called an art form. So while I'm going to share this practice with you and walk you through steps, as you continue doing this practice on your own, allow it to evolve into whatever it needs to be for you. You can use this practice to assist you on your healing journey as you are healing from trauma of any kind. And so as we go through the practice, allow your intuition and your own inner wisdom to speak to you, and allow your own inner wisdom to illuminate whatever it is within you that you are ready to release at this time, and whatever it is that you are ready to receive at this time. This practice can be done with or without massage oil or lotion. I kind of like doing it without oil or lotion because you can get a little bit of drag on the skin, and that actually has a therapeutic effect. However, this is your practice, so make it whatever it needs to be for you. This practice can be done over clothes or directly on the skin. Now, I recommend doing it directly on the skin, and I also recommend wearing as little clothes as possible. Of course, do whatever you most feel comfortable doing. You have complete control over your healing practice. I am simply the guide. And as I guide you, I encourage you to take what serves you and leave the rest. Know that this practice can stir up emotions, sensations in the body, and even bring old memories into the mind. Whatever arises within your being as we move through the practice, allow yourself to witness it with love. Allow yourself to be the loving witness, the loving observer, and meet yourself with compassion. Journaling can be a great tool that goes with this practice. So if you feel called to do so, I really recommend having a journal nearby so that after the practice, if you want to write and journal about anything from your experience, you have the tools right there to do so. And so now we will get into the demonstration of the techniques that we will use in the practice. Now for the demonstration of the techniques used in this guided practice. All the techniques will work from the pubis bone to the navel, from the sternum to the navel, from the hip points into the navel, and from the rib cage into the navel. The first step, you bring your hands to the top of your pubis bone. Your fingers can be side by side like this, or you can stack your fingertips one on top of the other. It's whatever most feels comfortable to you. Whatever hand position you choose, you'll take your fingertips from the pubis bone and you'll make a line going up to the navel. And you'll repeat this 3 times. Then you'll go to one of your hip points, and again, fingers can be side by side or stacked on top of one another, and you'll go from hip point into navel. Again, going 3 times, and your stroke can be a J stroke or your stroke can be a straight line. After you do 3 times on one side, you'll go to the other hip point. You'll either do a J stroke from the hip point to the navel or a straight line from the hip point to the navel. On the last round, we'll go 4 times up the center, but when it comes time to doing it, I will count for you, so don't you worry. The second step is little taps or tickles going up the sides of your body. So you'll bring your arms down at your sides, and then you'll let your fingers kind of tap and tickle going up the sides, reaching up until your rib cage. The third step is similar to the first, but instead of working from the pubis bone to the navel, we'll be working from the sternum and the rib cage down to the navel. For this one, again, you can have your fingers stacked, but I like to meet my fingers together like this. You come to the middle of the sternum, the bottom of the middle of the sternum, and you glide your fingers down towards the navel. Just like in the first step, you'll repeat the stroke about 3 times for each position. After you do the center, you'll go to the rib cage and work in towards the navel. Again, doing that J stroke, or you can make your stroke more diagonal. And then the other side. The fourth step starts at the sternum and goes down to the navel in a zigzag motion. Once you've zigzagged down to the navel, you'll zigzag back up to your sternum. In the fifth step, you'll make a flower-like design around the belly, and you'll make the petals of the flower in a circular motion going around the navel. Now, sometimes images are flipped when being recorded, and so my right and left may not be your right and left. However, it's important to note that when we are working with the abdomen, we want to move in the direction of the colon. This is my right hand, and this is my left hand. The colon starts on the right side. It goes up the right, over the top, and down the left. So we will be working in this clockwise motion around the abdomen as we do this step and the following. So you can take one hand or both, whatever you prefer, and you'll make a flower-like pattern. I'll do one hand for now so that it's easier for you to see. To make the flower pattern, you'll make these smaller circles, which will be the petals of the flower, while making a larger circle around the navel. And again, it can be done with 2 hands. The sixth step, you begin with your dominant hand in your navel. You can place your middle finger there in the navel, and then slowly you'll start to make a little spiral. Your spiral will start in small circles around the navel and will gradually get bigger. Your circle and spirals will continue to go out until you are reaching the edges of the abdomen, reaching the hip points, the pelvis, the rib cage. Once you've reached the edges of your abdomen, you'll start to bring your circle back in, your spiral back in, gradually making each circle a little bit smaller. And again, we're moving in the direction of the colon, so we go up on the right side of the body, across the top, and down the left side of the body in a clockwise motion. And remember, the image may be flipped from whatever you are currently seeing on your screen. You'll end with your finger back in your navel. Those are the 6 massage techniques that we will be using in this guided practice. There's a little bit more to the guided practice, but that is what you need to know for now. Now, let's get to the practice. All right, make your way onto your back. You can be lying in your bed or wherever you feel comfortable lying flat on your back. You can place a pillow or bolster under your knees for extra support and make whatever adjustments your body needs that you feel comfortable lying here in this position for an extended period of time. Once you have arrived into your laying position, first we'll just allow ourselves to arriving here in the room, arriving here where you are laying, arriving here in the present moment, the here and now. Feel where your body comes in contact with that which is beneath you. Really feel your body sink into the place where it is laying. Allowing yourself to feel grounded, stable, supported, and held. Feel your breath as it moves in and through your body. Feeling the body rise and fall to the rhythm of your own breath, like a calm wave moving across the ocean with ease and flow. And with every breath, wash a wave of your own loving awareness over your whole being. Every breath washes a wave of your own loving awareness over your whole being as you allow yourself to see yourself through eyes of love on every layer and level of you. Your physical body, your mental body, your emotional body, your energetic body, and your spiritual body, whatever that means to you. Seeing yourself through eyes of love on every layer and level of you. Allowing yourself to step into the seat of the loving witness, the loving observer. Witnessing and observing whatever may arise within your being throughout this practice. Witnessing it with love. Meeting yourself with compassion. Offering yourself acceptance. Offering yourself grace. Bring your awareness to the center of your hands, to the palm of your hands. Focus your attention on the center of the palm of your hands. Know that your hands are healing hands. Set the intention that through your hands, you will offer yourself nurturing touch and loving energy. Now bring the hands to the heart. The left hand goes over the heart first, and then the right goes over the left. Perhaps you can even feel your heart beating under your hands. And if not, that's okay. Know that your heart is beating under your hands, beating in your chest, pumping blood through your whole body, keeping you alive in each moment of each day. Allow yourself to have gratitude for your anatomical heart, for your physical heart. Now allow yourself to have gratitude for your metaphorical heart, your symbolic heart, your heart center. Honoring your heart and its ability to feel. Acknowledging that it is the wide range of emotions that we experience in this human life that make this life so beautiful. Can you allow yourself to have appreciation for all of your emotions? Can you allow yourself to have gratitude for your heart? Keeping your left hand on your heart, allow your right hand to slowly and gently move down your abdomen until it comes to rest just at your pubic bone. Acknowledge the line of energy that you just created from your heart center down to your root. With one hand on your heart and one hand on your root, know that it is safe to feel. It is safe to heal. It is safe to release that which you are ready to release. It is safe to receive that which you are ready to receive. Allow your left hand to gently and very slowly move down the abdomen to meet the right. And as you do, imagine that you are sending love from your heart down your abdomen, down through the solar plexus, down through the sacral, and down to the root. With both hands resting at the pubic bone, connect back into your physical body, knowing that right here, right now, in this present moment, you are safe. It is safe to feel. It is safe to heal. Allow yourself to release that which you are ready to release. Allow yourself to receive that which you are ready to receive. With your hand still here on your pubic bone, see in your mind's eye a visualization. See that at your heart center there is a beautiful glowing light. It can be any color, any size, any shape, any texture. Allow this light glowing at your heart center to appear to you. and observe how this light appears without judgment, observing through eyes of love. However your light appears to you, now visualize that that light at your heart center is growing bigger and glowing brighter. See it growing bigger and glowing brighter until it is covering your whole chest and maybe even extending past your shoulders or further. And from this beautiful ball of glowing light at your heart center, see that loving, healing energy is traveling from this glowing light down your arms, into the palms of your hands, and into your physical body. Visualize that this healing light is filling your entire being up. This visualization is to set the intention that we will move through this practice with love, seeing the arms and the hands as an extension of the heart. And so if your arms and hands are an extension of your heart, how will you move your hands across your body? Before we begin the first massage technique, it's important to note that the pressure used for this guided practice is completely up to you. However, it is recommended that you use between a 1 and 3. 1 being just the weight of the hands resting on your body, and if a 10 is you trying to press all the way down to the spine. So if a 10 is you pressing your fingers in as hard as you can, and a 1 is your hands just resting on the body, bring your pressure between a 1 and a 3. And as always, listen to your body and make whatever adjustments are needed. Allow your inner wisdom to speak to you. Allow your inner wisdom to illuminate within you whatever you are ready to release at this time and whatever you are ready to receive at this time. Trusting that you are exactly where you need to be on your own healing journey and honoring the spiral of healing, honoring the cycles of healing, honoring yourself and honoring your own story. You have survived every experience that you have lived so far. And now it is time to release that which feels heavy, to release a little bit more pain and suffering, and to come back into your heart, back into your body, and back into your wholeness. To begin the first technique, the fingertips come to the top of the pubis bone. They can be side by side or stacked, whatever you prefer. And we'll bring the fingers from the pubic bone up to the navel. Nice and slowly, we'll go 1 time, 2, 3. Fingers to the hip point, J stroke or straight line from the hip point to the navel. 1, 2, 3. Other hip point, J stroke or straight line. 1, 2, 3. Back to the center, from the pubis to the navel. 1, 2, 3, hip point, 1, 2, 3, other hip point to navel, 1, 2, 3, back to the center, pubis to navel, 1, 2, 3, hip point, 1, 2, 3, other hip point, 1, 2, 3, back to center, last time, 4 strokes, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now bring your hands down at your sides and allow your fingers to tap and tickle up the sides to the rib cage. We'll do this 3 times. 1, 2, 3. Bring the fingertips to the bottom of the sternum, right in the middle of the rib cage. We'll do a straight line from the sternum to the navel. 1, 2, 3. Rib cage to navel. 1, 2, 3. Other side of the rib cage to navel. 1, 2, 3. Center line. 1, 2, 3. Rib cage. 1, 2, 3. Other rib cage. 1, 2, 3. Back to the center. Sternum to navel. 1, 2, 3. Rib cage. 1, 2, 3. Other side rib cage. 1, 2, 3. In the center, 4 times. 1, 2, 3, 4. Bring the fingertips back to the sternum, back in the center of the rib cage at the bottom of the sternum. And now we'll make our zigzag pattern from the sternum down to the navel and then back up again. We'll do this about 3 to 5 times. Begin your zigzag going down and up. That's 1. Zigzag down and up. That's 2. Zigzag down and up. That's 3. Now we will take our fingers below the navel, in between the navel and the pubis, and we will make our flower shape. Remember to move in the direction of the colon. So you want to move up the right side, across the top, and down the left. You're moving in a clockwise motion. The flower petals are smaller circles that you make as your fingers trace a larger circle around the navel. Let's begin. You can move as slowly or as quickly that feels right for you. You can use as little or as much pressure that feels right for you. We'll go around about 3 to 5 times. Once your flower is complete, you'll let your non-dominant hand come to rest at your side. Your dominant hand will come to the navel with the middle finger of your dominant hand in the navel. We'll pause here for a moment before we begin the next step. Allow yourself to connect into your womb space. Whether you have a physical womb or not, whether you've ever had a uterus or not, we all have an energetic or symbolic womb space. Our navel reminds us that we all came from a womb. We were all once in a womb, and we were all born of a womb. And each of us has an energetic or symbolic womb. It's not just about birthing human babies, it's about birthing ideas, birthing your desires and your intentions into the world. This can be your source of creative life force. Allow yourself to connect in to your womb space through your navel, honoring your origins, honoring your humanness, your humanity, honoring your lived story of your life, honoring the sacred life force that courses through you, honoring the sacred life force that is pouring through you. Now begin to make little circles around the navel, moving in a clockwise motion so that you're moving in the direction of the colon, and gradually make your circles a little bit bigger so that your spiral slowly reaches out from the navel and will eventually reach the edges of the abdomen, touching the pubic bone, the hip points, and the rib cage. But there's no rush to get there. Take your time, moving the hand across the abdomen with love. Doing a few nice big circles along the abdomen. And then you'll gradually move your circles back in towards the navel. Again, moving very slowly, gently, mindfully. The circles start big on the edges of the body and move in, gradually getting smaller, winding your spiral back in towards the navel. And then coming to rest with your belly button back into your navel. Now bring both hands in between the navel and the pubic bone. I like to have my thumbs resting at the navel and my fingers resting just above my pubic bone. And now we'll take a few deep breaths together. On an inhale, the belly will push the hands up towards the sky, and then the chest will raise, filling up fully with air, and then slowly releasing. Let's do that a few more times. Deep breath in. Exhale slowly. Keep breathing deep and slow. Each inhale raises the belly up, raises the hands up that are resting on the belly, opens and expands the chest. And as you exhale, either sigh it out or on an exhale, purse your lips as if you're blowing out a candle and blow your breath out. Let's do a few more deep breaths like that. Allow the breath to return to a natural, easy state. And now just take a few moments here, pausing in this position with your hands here on your low belly. Honoring the connection between your mind, your heart, and your physical body. Come back to the visualization of glowing light at your heart center. See that glowing light traveling down your hands or traveling down your arms into your hands, into your womb space, into your physical body, and see this beautiful, loving, nurturing, healing light. See it washing over your body. See it filling your body completely up. Visualize that as this light washes over you and as this light fills you up, that which feels heavy becomes a little bit lighter. Your body is a safe place to be. Regardless of what your experiences have been, know that this world is a safe place to be. Allow yourself to feel. Allow yourself to heal. Release that which you are ready to release. Receive that which you are ready to receive. You can stay here with your hands resting on your body for as long as you would like. You can continue to do a visualization meditation, one that I have guided, or any other visualization meditation that you feel called to do in this moment. If your practice feels complete, now is a great time to journal. And just be gentle and easeful with yourself as you move from this practice into whatever you're doing next. And if you're doing this practice before going to bed, may you have sweet dreams tonight. That completes our practice. Know always that you are worthy, you are whole, you are divine, you are sacred, you are loved, and you are love. And I love you. Peace and blessings to you.